Welcome to the Streams of the Universe channel. I'm Anna. Thank you for your likes, your comments, your subscriptions, and for your help and support of this channel. I am deeply, deeply grateful to you. Today, we will be looking at a tarot forecast, using both the Oracle and Tarot cards. We will be revealing the forecast for the week, for the last, final week of March. We will see how it will affect you, what events and people will come into your life, and what the last week of March will bring you in general. Finally, this month is coming to an end. This month we had karmic eclipses, and of course, all of that influenced the entire month. We hope that now it will finally let us go. So first, let's look at your current situation, who you are here and now. And it won't just show the present, it will also reveal a bit of the past, meaning some activity from before, as well as what's happening now. So, it will definitely show both you and certain events for the current situation. So, well, maybe you were calling someone, or you were in a hurry to go somewhere. This card actually shows your ascendant, how you presented yourself, how you appeared in this world, in this society, and you presented yourself well. So, the Nine of Hearts most likely means you were calling some loved ones, or running, hurrying to do something. For someone, well, for those who are dear to you, I don't really know. Sometimes it's just some short trips or phone calls, and in this deck, there are two cards like that. It's like you were in a hurry for something. I'm hurrying. Subtitles, and this is already a very interesting card. Yes, I'm hurrying to talk to someone, to discuss something serious, something important. To take a look in general, the owl is a bird of prey. Very interesting. Yes, so there is something here. This is a witch's card. By the way, you were hurrying to pass information to some knowledgeable people. These people know, yes. Or maybe to learn something from such people. Were you in a hurry to find out yourself? But by the way, you probably slept badly. I can say that. Maybe often. Either you sleep badly at night, or you might have some prophetic dreams here as well. You know, it's like something is wearing you down, or you're losing money, or maybe you've gotten a bit sick. Usually, owls sit on the family tree, on the tree, and they're so wise, watching what is wearing things down, and they see what others don't. Well, is it real? Have you looked at things that other people usually don't look at? No. Well, it's a rare case. Who is interested, right? For example, well, why is it called the witch's map? Because very few people are interested in esotericism. Usually people don't believe in it. Yes. So basically, entry here is closed to those who don't believe. So there are people like that. And this kind of works like a lock. So people are limited by their dogmatism. This doesn't exist. That's why I don't watch it. I'm smart. That's why I don't go there. And did you actually watch or think about things that people usually don't see or notice? Well, as an option, maybe you turn to some people who have knowledge, who are aware. They know, they are aware. How to solve a problem, or with money, how to solve it. With money, probably, most likely, or with health, because it undermines the roots, like some kind of rush. But you are such a pleasant person, by the way. People were also rushing to you, perhaps. Well, after all, we do watch you. Maybe someone even called late at night. Called, came over, asked, because you see something? Well, of course, children could come to you. That's already 100% here is the card. Even children could come to you. Even, like, this is a very esoteric card. You could understand the language of animals. So, I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. You might have noticed it yourself, especially if you have cats or dogs. You are really attuned, yes, to what others can't see or hear. Others might have noticed something about children. This is a card of a child, about children, about your own, you could notice things that others don't. The child could have changed, look, as if moving to a new level, to a new stage. Your child. If you have children, or people younger than you, your students, by the way. Students, people younger than you, tried something. They tried something. Tried to do something. Yes, interesting. And did you notice things that these people didn't notice? Well, that's what I'm saying. Or someone a level below, like someone younger than you, an assistant, or someone you hire, children, students. You noticed something about them, but you could also have tried something yourself. This is a card too. Look, these cards, 2 of these cards, even 3 of these cards like this, and they all have different meanings, even though they duplicate each other. Here, you could have made changes yourself on a new path. It seems like you haven't had anything like this before. This is called trying. I want to try. That doesn't mean nothing like this happened. Yes. Maybe you talked about it, knew about something like this, something similar. Look, it showed up vividly.
В это время
Let me take a look. What interesting cards have come up for you?
Мгм. Так, вот эту хочу. Так. Что здесь такое было? Как вы проявлялись больше? Давайте спросим.
As a person of status, after all, someone who holds a certain status. Well, look, this is still a maternal card. As a mom, you might have noticed this in your children, assistants, or employees. Or those who, I don't know, clients maybe, could have noticed something new, and maybe even bought something new themselves because you showed love, traveled somewhere, talked to someone, called someone, like a wise woman. Yes, a witch, but not a witch in this case. More like someone who possesses some kind of resource in knowledge. You have a resource in knowledge. And even if you turn to knowledgeable people, it was as if you were approaching them with some kind of status, for status, or with some kind of status. For example, I have the right to this. Interesting, like yeah. I have the right to get this. I care about it. I have the right to get it. I'll even pay, I'll buy it. New things, something new, news, I have the right to know this news. Even if you contacted someone, it's like you have the right to something, like a status. I have some kind of status, or I want to get some kind of status. And or you studied something. Look, this is a student card. I have the right to get a status. Or I need to pay something, or study, so that I can get some kind of status. Or you, like as a mother, did something for those younger in status, and you even noticed some fateful changes in them. Important ones, some of them. Here, listen. There are a lot of mystical events. There are a lot of fateful events. And these are like mystical, really mystical. Well, have you ever had something like this before? I mean, speaking of mystical things. And there's also a dog here, right? A dog? Maybe it's about the dog. Something connected with white. With something white. Well, this has already happened. Here, it's almost like you're a professional in all things mystical, everything related to mysticism. You're almost a professional in this. Maybe someone is even working, because an anchor means work. Or you've anchored yourself, meaning you've seen this kind of thing before. You've often encountered mysticism. That's why you see more than others. Look, even if you turn to some specialists, you see, as strange as it sounds, you might have taught them something. For example, I got sick, went to the doctor, and ended up teaching the doctor something new myself. because I've been dealing with this for a long time. Or I went because you, as someone with status, still go, even if you turn to someone knowledgeable, you kind of gave that knowledgeable person something too, some knowledge. It's interesting, you gave them some kind of resource. In general, you are a resourceful person here. In any case, I don't know, even if it's some specialist who sees more here, who sees the problems. But it's not for nothing that all this fell on you anyway. And here is the intersection. Because conversations. This card comes up. Yes, birds. Conversations. Have you talked to someone? Anyway, both one way and the other. As if even if you turned to some specialist, you passed on your resource of knowledge to them. Imagine. Because, we could say we've become real experts at this. And there's also this mystical thing, some kind of chances. Values. Where to invest your money. I don't know, where to invest your precious time. It's like you found something mystical, maybe something that was lost. You found some kind of value. You grabbed some kind of chance. For some reason, the chance is connected with mysticism. It's interesting. You're such a host here, and there were a lot of other hosts. I can say it's not very pleasant. Something about it is connected. You found some valuable key and gave someone a valuable key to understanding and to comprehension.
Кому-то.
What to do. It burns, as if, like a fire burns, something is burning, burning. Burning emotions are more suitable for being reborn. Intuition. Well, here it is, the moon. Really? Your intuition is strong. Well, a witch, that's why I'm saying this. There's something unconventional here. Look, traditions are being turned upside down, even if you turn to traditional people, traditional ones. But still, what's valuable has been flipped on its head. There's something unconventional, something mystical, intuitive, a valuable chance for rebirth. That's it. Here are the cards. The cards are here. That's how they're speaking about you. Something new. This is in this card. You're trying something new. You see, the child is playing with changes. He took a little boat, and he's trying something new, trying it in a new way. To be happy, it's time to bring joy. And whether it will be for me or not, maybe it's something new for the child too. They talked, most likely, or gave some idea. And he's watching.
Радовать.
As an option, because you acted this way here and that way there, and you were in a hurry.
Главное. Торопились.
We ask again for ourselves, for example, because we want to buy or get something new for ourselves, but it's as if to stop draining your resources. Look, this is how it sounds. If it's something new, it's as if it's meant to patch something up, or to help overcome something, or to recover for yourself, to open new paths. Well, I'm saying this intuitively. It's about continuing to take responsibility for something heavy, like the Ten of Wands, to finish something. The 10 means to complete something important, something very difficult, which will later bring happiness. And so, what kind of news or updates will there be later? Well, justice. Then there will be human justice, in a human way. Later I'll tell myself, that's it, that's great. That's how it should be. So, in general, here with some kind of officialdom, with some officials, maybe even some kind of official status. Maybe you were registered, yes, as an empress. You had the right to something, yes, to register some kind of status. All right, so you're always in a hurry to go somewhere, always thinking, and trying something new. I'm thinking, how can I do this directly here? How can I get get the 6 or 8 of Pentacles, work through it. Or, well, actually get a good professional job, or get a good profession, work on my finances, work on something, finish something, raise my level. Right here in my head. Well, if I want something professional for myself, or to get a professional somehow, like, how do I do that? Okay, what will the last week of March be like for you? From the 23rd to the 29th? So either you want to become a professional, or you will actually get a professional, a very responsible person. Either way, it still reflects on you. You see, everything in your life that you have control over, you will take that power into your own hands. There's some kind of cycle you want to complete, remember, as was shown, or you will come to an agreement about finishing some kind of cycle and immediately starting a new one. Higher powers will help you, and the opportunity that you already see it. You even discussed it with someone. If you don't put things off, the end of the week will be very successful for you. But this card always says you shouldn't procrastinate. Maybe you've even already tried something. You see, yes. Or maybe your child tried it. But still, you tried something new, even if you tried something with your child. Or news, updates. Look, right here, for this week. What advice do you need exactly? You will gain control over some situation that you were thinking about. You really want this. You are in a hurry for some updates, improvements, joy in life for yourself or for your helpers, your children. Well, something new, yes. It will bring you luck, everything you have control over. Because here on Earth, we always have two hands. See, I have control over this. And people make deals with me because I have control over this. I get good money for this. So look, this is me. But there are also people in power. Here's their hand, for example. They're already above me. I don't know, a banker, a doctor, a lawyer, for example, a director, a boss. I have to take responsibility, make all the arrangements, and do everything they need. Those who are above me. Without putting it off, either pay or without putting it off, do something with full responsibility, and then I will get very good pay.
Посмотрите.
Look, your luck is from higher powers. Right now, they're telling you everything that's in your notes with us. Well, what do we have power over? We are some kind of specialists. We do some kind of profession. We do some kind of work. We sell our time. Oh, time. To get finances. Yes, let's say. We have power over that. Clients come to us. Yes, we make an agreement. We agree with one. We agree with another. Over what? We have power at home, over our own apartment, maybe over our children if they are small. Children, yes, you really bring them luck. So, for example, a child needs to pay for school, make arrangements with some club, or get some tests done. That's it, it's done. We have power over this, without putting it off. Luck is waiting for us at home, with the children, over what we have power. Right? Well, over your own something. You could say like an emperor, like a boss. So that's it. I don't know. Like a bear, it turns out. So that you, for example, could earn your own fish. Get everything you want. He's the master of the forest, the master. And where you are the mistress, that's where basically you can do it. Well, and here you really need to be a diplomat. If you're a diplomat, then you'll get everything. Yes. Where are you the mistress? And where are their masters above you? Who is above you? Here you need to really pull yourself together. Complete all the cycles. In general, be diplomatic. Don't put things off. You just can't postpone things for later. Well, I don't know. At the bank they said, bring some documents, and yes, we'll give you a loan. That's it. You took it into your own hands, went, did it, and got it. It's just that luck is really on your side here, or, well, it depends on who's in power over you. I don't know. The doctor tells you, you need to do this, this, and this, so you run, buy everything, and get it done. And in the end, great luck awaits you. So here, you wanted something. Or to get some kind of specialist, right? Or to become a specialist yourself. Well, I don't know. Right here, this is a hint from higher powers on how to gain power. And at the end of the week, it's pure luck. It's actually not very big. I'll say right away, it's small. We usually don't notice it, but it has huge, fateful significance. It's like higher powers will be watching over you, whether you pay attention to their hints. Or do you just close your eyes and say, no, I won't go. No, I won't travel. This is what it means to light the way, to light the way. They say, we'll light it up for you. You can do it like this, or you can do it like that. Or maybe they'll give you some person, a partner. Well, someone who knows more than you, or is above you, like a boss. By the way, if you're married, a husband can get something very good from her husband. Well, I hope that the relationship here is good. And you already mentioned some updates back then. Thank you. He's going to have something really cool happen at the end of the week, and it's going to be with your help. It's like you have these wise conversations. We talked and talked with him to see where something might be wearing him down. Well, maybe it's our family budget, I don't know. Or maybe it's the relationship with the kids, I don't know. Happiness. Maybe we want some changes. Maybe a trip because it's like a trial, a kind of test. Yes, just to try it out. Here. Yes, maybe it's a man. But still, they always show who has power over something. If it's another person, then it's like the bear. Most often, of course, it's a man or a boss. Maybe a female boss, but still, it's the one who has the power. Well, was it really a man you were talking to about the news? Maybe the man said, let's live together. Let's try it? Yes, let's try it. And here you can even agree to get married, because this is a ring. Well, if that's already your husband, then it's probably something to do with his work. Moreover, without you, something wouldn't have happened here. Some changes that could happen this week. And here it's important to keep yourself under control and talk diplomatically, to keep from snapping at each other. Well, in general, to play your part. If you look, things can be different in a family too. Sometimes the woman is the head of the family. If you have authority over this, then you kind of take control of yourself here. I don't know. Roar, roar, I'm in charge. I have some kind of authority here. I don't know. Maybe you're the owner of the apartment. Or maybe you have some kind of authority here. Based on this, that's it, authority. Because we're looking at you, after all. The authority is in your hands here. You just need to understand the hierarchy. That's what I would say. And don't put it off until later, because it still works in your favor, even if it's your boss or some bureaucrats, people in power, and luck is on your side. And you already know exactly what it is. It's like higher powers have given you a hint on how to get that one special thing. I'm telling you, it's small, you know? It seems small, it just seems that way. Well, because here on earth, it's not available to us. These are the ways of the Lord. This is truly the way of the Lord. The bright path. Number 6, the bright path, the fast path. It's also called the quick road. That's why they say, don't put off your chance, your luck. Even a small coin, a penny, saves a ruble. Earn now. Then save, keep saving. And in the long run, you'll get a lot. In the long run, it looks like luck. Some new changes. New beginnings only look like luck in the long run. But if you don't do them, if the first drop doesn't fall into the little jug, or the first drop of the agreement doesn't fall, then the jug will never be filled. If you keep putting everything off, yes, just putting it off. Oh, well, I'll buy some candy now, I'll do this and that, and I won't be putting anything into the jug. Then in the long run, it won't add up. That's why they say, don't put it off. Do it right now. Do it right now. That's such a cool tip. So, what do you have control over? Subtitles? Well, that's absolutely true. Because, when we have control over something, like at home, managing our own property, we make decisions very easily and quickly. But when someone tells us, like, hey, do this, or bring the documents, that's usually harder for us, right? It's more difficult, maybe for some people, I don't know, subtitles. I think most people don't like bosses. Yeah, we still don't really like following certain rules because they still make us do things. But when we already have power over something, it gets easier for us. So, whatever you have power over, you probably won't even notice how you do it. Besides, there's also this card here. It says that this is something you've usually dealt with. It's just that it seems to come in a new way, with new updates, maybe along a new path. Well, that's what I usually do. But with the higher-ups well, that's already in question. Maybe let's ask why it's taking so long. Because you have an important week, a very important one. Why is it taking so long? Am I dawdling? Well, it's because I'm also a Virgo. So, what do they want to tell us here? They want to give you wisdom. Here it is, the only wisdom. This card says that past wisdom, or the wisdom of people from the past, is Saturn. Responsibility, and indeed, it says that you have already achieved results, that you have pulled yourself together. Sometimes the Hermit, well, the ninth arcana also shows some limitations, to pull yourself together or to limit maybe some expenses, because you might need them at the end of the week. A wise decision, woman. Well, maybe with a man she has known for a long time, or she is making a decision about an old issue. Plans. Well, that's why I say, there are some plans here, some kind of plans. You can get exactly what you're missing. You can catch it, fish it out. Here, for example, someone is fishing out money. Someone else is fishing out time. It depends on what you lack. I'm planning, well, sometimes it's the Five of Pentacles. Sometimes we lack strength and spirit. We just don't have enough energy, and that's why we need the help of some wise person. Well, or maybe you'll fish something out the old way according to the plan. You just need to keep yourself together. You'll fish out the Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles, something valuable for you, something that raises your level, again, increases your status. And it's like a path to achieving some goal, I would say, with the Three of Pentacles. Is your level increasing? It's kind of like a path up a mountain. The mountain is the goal. You can't reach it quickly, meaning you won't climb the whole mountain in just this week. Maybe you won't even get over the hills. Maybe you'll just prepare the documents. Well, documents. I don't know why I said documents or money to overcome some mountain. The mountain is the goal. Again, we have a bear falling in here. It's still you, but maybe with the help of, really, some specialist or a man. Together, you'll overcome something there. It depends, but it's still you. Initially, even if you make an agreement with someone, well, then it's with someone valuable about some values, with a valuable person about certain values, and you get what you lack. Again, something important, fateful, you open up paths. The cross of fate is either to put an end to something or to bring this important, valuable, fateful thing to the top. Like a Golgotha, I don't even know. But then it's for salvation, somewhere out there. Well, in any case, look at these cards. They're so powerful. The power is in your hands. And luck, too. All right, let's look at Monday. What Monday will be like for you. A snake ready to strike is called a snake. It can represent wisdom, or it can represent a woman who is ready to throw off tension. That's what a snake sometimes also shows. Look, this card means the power is in your hands. So, it turns out that you will still be expecting something, as if you know that you will need to act quickly. For me, the woman looks more like she will make a wise decision or give a wise answer quickly. Well, for example, if it's a boss, it could play out for someone, and here it could go both ways, or it could be a man. Some man is still stronger than a woman, even energetically and physically. I mean, maybe you'll be tense, ready to respond right away. This is like this and that. Something has already been done, but it's still kind of ready to act. It's called I'm ready to act while waiting. A snake can also mean health. Being tense, be careful, your blood pressure might go up. For those who naturally have this,
А,
the only thing is, women,
м,
if you are the boss over someone at home, you might feel tense and you might react. Well, it's a bit harsh, I would say, for someone, for children, for subordinates, or something like that. If a woman is the boss, yes, she might be a bit tense. Women specifically, you see, that's the thing. The story is that men seem to handle it better. If you take someone, because this is a card that can show people, and this is also a card that shows people around you, maybe let's just reveal it. In any case, this shows you that you will have power, and you will be ready to act directly, to act wisely, decisively,
м,
well, to act, because the Ace of Wands means you have a chance. You see, sometimes it shows danger, but I don't see it here. All the cards are showing the opposite. It just shows responsibility, you know, more of a kind of responsibility, and I'm feeling tense. If that's you, to act, it's like I don't have much energy. I'm afraid I'll get tired, and it feels like I need a lot of energy. And I say, if that's you, you're in a subordinate position. That's posh. Yes, you can somehow react to subordinates. If it's children, subordinates. Someone younger than you, or someone who depends on you, on your, well, like you're in some kind of tension. Well, again, the Empress comes up. That's it. That's what I get. Will you start teaching someone? Be careful, because here, Luck will come from diplomacy and wisdom. Well, you see, there is a time for everything. And yes, if you do have children, you'll probably be telling them what needs to be done, and you'll be a bit tense about it. But she doesn't rush. She's just tense, like a serpent of wisdom. Tension, yes, like that. Saying everything at the right time. The Empress, for example, knows how to command, to rule over her subordinates in my empire.
Да?
With some short, sudden moves. Well, so that, on the contrary, there's no scandal, and there's no pointless fuss, so you don't fuss for nothing. But still, she talks about you, as if
М,
she doesn't want to waste too much energy or something. So it's like being ready. I'm ready. Okay, fine. I don't see anything bad at all. So, Tuesday. What will it be like for you? Tuesday? This card also influences here. The energy of the bear affects you. Tuesday is the anchor. Well, or these are matters where you've anchored yourself, and it also shows that you've been anchored for a long time. I've been thinking about them for a long time. Or does it directly indicate work? Work here is a cold mind. If it's about work, about business, about tasks, yes, here it is. I keep myself together. A cold mind, calculation. I need to do this, that, and that. Well, I don't really see it any other way. Especially, a lot of information, maybe power, power over work, power over information, meddle sometimes. Well, just shows logic. The same as swords, well, swords often show work as well. Maybe something related to metal as well. Maybe it will resonate with someone. Well, basically, in simple terms, power over work, power over thoughts that I anchored myself to, power over the earth where I dropped my anchor. Again, the Empress. So it turns out, power. Everything has to be on time. Everything on time. Well, again, that's it too. Yes, that's the kind of metal. Thoughts? Tense about my own resources, I think. Well, good cards are falling. Well, maybe someone will have power over a man. Look, yes. For those who also have a man involved. Again, for someone. If it's a boss, then you have status. You have status over this job. Yes. And the boss always listens to the Empress. You see, if she is diplomatic, at the right time, everything has its own time. Well, there will be some tension, yes, and thoughts will still be here on Tuesday. As if I'm always ready on time, to be on time. So that something doesn't happen again. Well, so that empty fuss doesn't repeat. I'm ready. Really, I feel tension in my head and hope it doesn't start hurting. Let's ask if these are actually some people who have power and your resource depends on their power. The one you're thinking about like this, then that's your resource. Yes, and it turns out you are the Empress, the main person. Well, you are respected. And there is, let's say, someone, a boss, I don't know, or maybe some banker, someone on whom something depends. Let's do it this way. A doctor, maybe, for someone, right?
Ну что?
This is an important person. Is it important for you? So, this person can pull some strings, open doors to some opportunities in the future, meaning the cooperation is very promising, like opening a door and moving from the 3 of Wands to the 4, so we are harvesting together there. This person could be from an official institution, not the house where you live, maybe, or he can relieve some kind of stress. He has the key to relieve stress. Or stress related to official institutions, by the way, maybe with some rules. Or he can relieve a headache. By the way, yes, there's also a burning tower here. Well, it's something like that, not too serious, really.
Прямо.
Such a person, well, someone who can resolve something, resolve it in partnership, yes, and how you can come to an agreement. The Two of Wands is a partner, yes, someone you can sit down at the negotiating table with and come to some kind of agreement. Well, what would you want to agree on? So that you could look at something from a different perspective, or so that some situation would turn around for you, like from the Hanged Man, where you no longer feel like some kind of victim. Well, it's also about getting out of limitations. Yes, there might be some limitations here, and they are immediately turned around so that there are no limitations. Then another person has power over this. I'm asking, if you do your job, for example, but then, as a Pentacles type, do you manage to do this job steadily and calmly? Maybe for someone it will play out this way. You're actually earning money, right? What if you are like that? Well, because this is also a card of work, here it is. It comes up for work or tasks where you're anchored. I hope I didn't confuse you, it's just today. Today, we're getting quite an interesting spread here Wednesday. This is from the outside, an influence. It's not you. Maybe literally. The weather might get worse. It could start raining, get slushy. Or a man who's upset. Most often, an upset man is shown by the King of Wands. That is, well, the King of Clubs. Maybe he's doing something wrong, or forgot to do something. We agreed on something, but he forgot, maybe. Or something from outside got in the way. He couldn't call, didn't come, couldn't make it, forgot. It slipped his mind. But there, it's something like clouds. It's always something external that's influencing. Maybe we'll have to reschedule. Yes, so that's one cycle. Well, like I said, a weather cycle. There might be some kind of cyclicity here. A bit of rain, something else. Or the weather might interfere. Or some external influence might interfere. Well, but the clouds go away very quickly. It's not always the king. It's just some kind of external influence on you. Maybe you'll get upset because of it. To be continued. Well, maybe you'll have to close some door. Something won't work out. This entrepreneurial activity will suffer. Yes, it may be upsetting, but the little fox usually finds a way out right away, finds other friends. Look, if someone can't make something work, she'll find others to make a deal with, or there will be some kind of delay, or something else. It quickly turns into ease. I made a deal there. See, look, one cycle is a circle, and here people who are friendly are spinning around here. So, a sly person made a deal with me, for example, or acted in a cunning way, and I had to postpone something or do something else. Well, and we changed the plan, right here. We quickly changed the plan. Well, or let's say even the weather conditions. For example, I had to stay home because it's raining. Half an hour later, it stopped, but I had already called and arranged to meet in half an hour. Well, that's how it is. Opening another door is what it's called here, as an option. Yes, it might upset you a little, but you'll get over it quickly. Somehow you'll be able to handle everything. You'll quickly find some other tools, and you'll still be able to sort things out for yourself, or even for someone else. I'm actually more inclined to think that this is a partnership card after all. It's not like you're ending up somewhere. It's more like something from the outside might affect you, but you'll quickly, like Mac, sort it all out. I don't really see you getting upset. Well, maybe for someone. Because of someone, yes. Maybe because of partners. And again, the wands. maybe also because of something that belongs to you. Well, it all ends quickly. Thank you. Well, yes, for the better. Look. So, do you influence society in a positive way? Because the Wheel of Fortune, you spun it, did something, maybe even just talked, made an agreement. And here again is the Wheel of Fortune. With your eyes closed, you didn't even notice how everyone became happy. Everyone enjoyed themselves, basically everyone around you, because you were happy too. Thank you.
Так.
Thursday. Yes. Now, I'll ask another question. Wait a moment. I just got some information in my head. I'm thinking whether to ask or not. I decided to ask. You will have premonitions. Well, again, you have the major arcana, and the magician came up, and the high priestess, and the wheel of fortune for you. Yes, the wheel of fate. Some kind of fateful things. Yes, it will have a strong influence on your destiny. People will be drawn to you. On the contrary, you will be learning all sorts of secrets, and the information that came through is that others may influence you. Be careful. You could catch something. You will have premonitions. Because other people come to you upset, yes, or sick, yes, with runny noses and drool, so be careful not to get infected. But your intuition is strong. That's it.
Потом,
Then, they might also try to deceive or manipulate you, but you will sense it in advance, like some kind of outside influence coming your way. Because here, some money issues might also come up. I mean, someone might want something, but it won't work out. You asked, and you got an answer, just in case. So, on the contrary, you reveal all the secrets in advance? Well, of course, it might be a little upsetting. This whole thing. Thursday. Thursday. Very, very cool. Here is some good news, because here they are. 2 news cards. Exactly the ones you were thinking about or discussing with someone. Very good ones. This always expands opportunities. Something negative closes off, but it opens up something new and very good. The 10 of Diamonds. The 10 of Diamonds can indirectly indicate that these are some documents, papers, information about money, or some situation regarding partnership, loans, I don't know, agreements, becomes absolutely clear. Everything becomes clear. Things become illuminated, often clarified. The 10 of Diamonds brings clarity. Things become clear and bright. It's easy for me. Now I know.
или вот
What we agreed on right now. I receive some man. Here the blood of the staffs comes up. He does something? Yes. For the PPS, and for the PPS, and some actions. People are bustling around towards you. That's the story here. Everyone is bustling, and you know how to reach the resource. It's like some kind of holiday. You have some kind of festive mood. This is called bustling around within 4 walls. Well, you were agreeing on something here. You were talking about something. Some story is repeating. Maybe something like a repetition will happen. A repetition, well, a joyful repetition for you. Either with a man with a child, but the sun always brings joy. With some person who maybe will clarify, enlighten, illuminate. Maybe someone will clear your mind. I don't know. Papers, documents, some joyful news. You'll hear it, you'll agree on something again, and you'll hear this joyful news. If something here is a little upsetting, maybe here you'll get joyful news. OBI. Also, be careful. You could catch something, I would say, or someone might infect you with some kind of sappy, tearful mood. I don't know, tearful. There, that's what was coming out, yes. But here, on the contrary, it's like something bright and joyful. And it's with a group of people. You'll be sharing this too. How nice. Yes.
Так.
Friday. Already, this card will be a little bit. Well, they will still be together. Influencing. You will care about something. You will get something. Well, the egg, yes, right here. You see, the second card of the child came up right here. If you played with new things, some updates, then here you are already getting something valuable, which you also need to take care of. If you made agreements, or, well, I don't know, maybe you made some kind of agreement with yourself about something new. By the way, news, and the child. News, maybe the child will share some good news, and you will say, well, we need to take care of this, yes, of this little egg. If suddenly the child tells you something interesting, you might, like a mother hen, say, oh, that's wonderful. Well, we need to take care of it, because it can bring very good results. Or you'll start taking care of some very good opportunity. And right here, if you take care of the egg, you can always make something out of it, like an omelet or hatch those eggs into chicks. You know, put them in an incubator, settle them in. Yes, Easter is coming up soon for us, right? Maybe we can do something for Easter from this egg. Maybe hatch some new happiness from it. Yes, a new chick, yellow, so small yellow, like sunshine. Here is some news. Receive this news. Take care of this chance. And maybe by Easter, something will hatch. Yes, this is some kind of chance. Yes. Here, maybe you need to take care of something or even pay for something as an option. Well, it always brings growth. Look, this child brings growth. This child brings growth. You just need to show care about it. Yes. And this one is like trying something as if you are trying something. Thank you. Maybe you are sitting right now, trying something. Whether you like it or not, you don't know if you'll like it or not. But it's as if this will improve our situation, whether it's financial, work-related, or health-related. To be continued. There are also children here, of course. A lot. A lot of children came up. Let's ask about the children. Actually, 2 children came up. Could there be something here about children? They flew on their own. Well, yeah, maybe, of course. Taking care to make sure that some troubles aren't pointless again.
Опять мужчина.
And you're clearly teaching someone here. If it's about children, then you're also teaching your husband something. You act like a teacher for the man. And for the child, too. You take care of them, fussing over them. Yes. Well, fussing, you know. Well, here it's just like a hen. Yes, you need to take care. You need to do it this way. Or some kind of care I don't even know. Just take care. Do something. As if you're telling the man something, too. To some man, yes. So that the efforts aren't in vain.
Вот.
Well, what do you tell your son, in general? As an option, that could also be the case. Yes, but for what purpose? So that he won't be a victim. So that he won't be a victim. So that everything will be fine. So that luck, in general, will come to the child and to the house. So that everyone will have good luck. Well, in general, they show you more as this kind of caring little hen. Well, it's no wonder I got so much maternal energy. As an option, maybe someone will also take care of their inner child. Why not, right? Continue. So, Saturday, what will Saturday be like for you, Saturday?
Мгм.
Well, if the card came up next to the child, I immediately say that it's about both the inner child and your own child. If you take care, look, you won't spend too much money, but you could spend a lot on new things. Most often, all my mice never destroy anything. They just nibble. And here, look,
Смотрите,
you won't spend a lot of money on new things, on something new, on a lot of expenses. Because if you have children, any children, whatever you consider your child, your creation, yes, like kitties, puppies, my babies. I don't know. Someone might be growing plants and nurturing their inner child. You can spend a lot of money and then regret it because it still drains your resources and you'll have to replenish them later, and you might not have enough somewhere else. If this editor is for yourself, subtitle editor, Alexandrova.
всё.
Well, let's say you either pay for it or buy some kind of editor. Well, or to look pretty, there's a butterfly here. I want to change. In the garden, I want to be the most beautiful butterfly. This is also the Nine of Pentacles. I want something prestigious so that my status is obvious from a mile away. I don't know, in the garden, in my circle, so that when people come to my house, and I have something that somehow, well, it just makes me so happy that I have it. To relax, by the way, to suddenly relax. Maybe someone will I want to relax. You can, for example, buy it. I'm asking about you if there's something like that for yourself. Or to show off here, such a beautiful butterfly. Or I want to go on vacation. Because the garden, that's something I can still afford. Well, am I some kind of trembling creature? Or why me? All the time, when it comes to vacation, that's exactly the kind of thoughts I have. Such a stream just flows. Why do I feel guilty when I rest? Why? I can allow myself this. Others do too. Like a whole society of people allows themselves to do it. Why am I always rushing around like a fool? And I have no strength left. I'm always patching up some holes. I'm always ashamed that I can't rest. Maybe it's just that on Saturday, someone refuses to work, and that's how the financial loss will be made up. What a fool I am. I don't work on Saturdays. Look how it could be. And I went to the movies, flew there like a beautiful butterfly, went to the garden, to a place where people relax. Maybe someone will go to a resort, or visit relatives to relax, or, I don't know, maybe just go to the movies. By the way, that could happen too, because if I ask about you, like relaxing in a garden or having some fun somewhere, well then yes, those kinds of thoughts will be here. But what about for yourself? And the Nine of Pentacles, it always means that, well, I'm missing something, and I need this financial foundation. And if I don't work for just one day, damn it, that's it. I'm already all worked up. I'm all anxious that I spend too much money on myself. Or I'm not earning enough, or something like that. There can be this kind of thing here, like a feeling of guilt. If I'm not working, it means I'm spending. Maybe you'll buy yourself something nice. Conclusion answer. Valuable. Valuable. I want to achieve. Well, am I the Empress or what? Yes, I want something with status for myself. And this card also says I want something with status. And this card says the same. I want it, I want to be higher, I want a higher level. Something.
И вот смотрите уж,
I don't even know. If there's a problem here, what is it that you sometimes forbid yourself? That's because the rats represent guilt. I'm my own rat. That's what I am. I rat on myself. But if it's for the kids, most often I have mice. That's for the kids, some purchases. If it's for the kids, For the kids, well, here you have to think. First of all, you'll be standing at a crossroads thinking, and you'll want more and better. This expansion, I want it to be better. And you'll be thinking, maybe I'm spending too much. Yeah. Will this lead to something? Am I going to spoil them? You'll have these kinds of thoughts. Like, what if I get the key to hell? Yes. By the way, this might be something unconventional for you. And for the kids, there might be more to come. Well, yes, something new, something unconventional. Updates, something that might be unconventional for a child. Well, maybe you rarely buy something like that?
Yeah.
Interesting. The gesture is ruled by Uranus. Be careful, after all. This card right here. Look, like this. You are still the head of the family. Here, the family head may upend things and spend heavily on something unconventional. Well, for example, a computer. Upgrading some devices, a laptop. I don't know, maybe some programs. A trip somewhere. Freedom, yes, freedom. To be freed from something. Well, maybe something a bit excessive. Well, you'll think about it. To expand, to broaden horizons. So that the child, yes, so that they could go somewhere, a direction. So that some horizons would be broadened. Well, something for some reason non-traditional, unusual for you. If it's for children, yes, that could be the case. Well, so that again the child doesn't feel like a victim. Thank you for not having any restrictions. I traveled abroad. If there's anything else, especially something like that, you can just think about it. Or, well, like when I was abroad, the development of some kind of energy informational field through new technologies. I would say then, yes, some kind of equipment. New technologies, a car, I don't know, something related to some new technology. That fits better. Well, or maybe even a trip somewhere far away. Well, you'll be thinking about it too. I don't know. You'll be considering it. There's just some danger here that you'll want something unusual and suddenly make a decision. You were thinking, and then suddenly, yes, why am I thinking so much? Can't I allow myself this? It'll be the same story about you, as if it's going to happen. Maybe you'll buy your child some Bitcoin or some kind of cryptocurrency. Oh, I don't even know. Yes, in general. Here's a warning for you. I don't even know what kind of warning. Whatever warning there is, there's just one warning. You can go into expenses and then have to top up. You will. This is your own. Warning? Well, think it over more carefully. Think it over more carefully. Warning. The only warning. Think it over more carefully. Thank you. Can you maintain the balance in the Two of Pentacles? Thank you. Because that's how you keep balance. You stay financially flexible. Otherwise, you could break. Well, yeah, you'll be upset about it later. Thank you. Because of society, thank you. And what do we have? We have the last day of the week, Sunday, right? Yes, that's right, thank you. Sunday. What will Sunday be like for you? Sunday will be hectic, light, and restless. There will be a lot of conversations. If you end up spending money here on Saturday on some new things or on your status as a girl, since everything was about status, maybe you'll be arranging something status-related on Saturday. Because that's how it could be. Look at what's important for you. Your significator came up right away. For you, this is actually important. It's even more important for you. And, possibly, it's connected to your actions, to some actions in the future, and then some really restless actions will start. because it could turn out that way. Or maybe talking again, like the birds, you see? But here it's more lighthearted, like, oh, I paid for something, oh, I did this, or I'm going somewhere. It's about some holiday, about lightness. You might end up in some big place where it's noisy, where there are a lot of people, or maybe the TVs, phones, and laptops are just on, the windows are open, birds are screaming something at you, or the neighbors are making noise. It's kind of like that, you know? As if there's a lot of noise, or a lot of hustle and bustle, a lot of conversations, a lot of everything, like there's just so much going on. What is all this fuss about? About some papers, documents, a trip maybe, about some contracts, about an agreement. It's still a card of victory. It's the Six of Wands. It's victory and movement. I was able to move somewhere. I achieved something. I accomplished something.
Ам,
Here, society also recognizes you, he says. Great. Something like that is happening here. But here, be careful. There might be some expenses. But I have a feeling that these expenses are to achieve something. But that's only halfway, but this is... By the way, there might also be conversations about some kind of trip, because in other decks, here on a little horse, a person is jumping and fidgeting, going somewhere. What will the conversations cover? About some kind of karmic decision, that it's time to harvest the crop before it withers here. I suddenly need to mow this field, or on the contrary, avoid something, avoid some kind of harvest, avoid it, avoid it.
м,
There's a lot of talk. With people, with friends, a dog, a friend, or about the house, about pentacles, about people who come into your home, about some kind of structure,
структуре.
about some kind of structure of a future victory or a future trip, a future victory. Who is with me? I don't know. Yes, because this is a winner. There will be a conversation about victory in the future. Because look, here is the victory, but it's only partial, and I'm just fussing about something. And there are also some conversations about a future victory, about a future breakthrough, that maybe it will break through later, break out, something like that. So, who is with me? We have the same goal. Who is going with me? I don't even know. There's some kind of fuss here, fuss about achieving a future goal, like how I will climb that Everest. Yes. And maybe you will even make arrangements with a man. Yes. Because usually here, are we going toward the same goal? If you make arrangements with someone, yes. But still, here it is. You, I am the bear. I have the power. And here you will actually get some kind of half victory. On the way, on the path, and further on, you will really be discussing that effort is needed here, that things are not just given to you for nothing. I'm ready. There's this kind of energy, like I could just drop everything and rush there right now, run. And also, look, this is a very combative card. By the way, this week, I really want to say, usually this card symbolizes you as a warrior who takes power into their own hands. But here, it's also like, I can't allow myself to do that. Like, who am I here? And here's also a warrior with a spear. A warrior with a spear. Yes, we got that card. And at the end of March, all of this is so interesting. Yes, at the beginning of March, we had a karmic eclipse, and in the middle of March, the axis of catastrophes was activated. Well, that's why I didn't say anything, so as not to scare you. I made predictions, but I didn't mention it now. Why? I'm mentioning it because two very big stars are being activated there. Antares, thank you. It's in the constellation of Scorpios. It's called the Heart of the Scorpios. Yes, that's it. It gives a lot of emotions, and that's exactly what it gives. All or nothing. That's it. Everything that is me. Yes, right here. All or nothing. Yes. It's like a certain determination, something I can't allow myself, or something like that. Anyway, and Aldebaran, by the way, you can remember it. That's how I remember Aldebaran. It's actually in the constellation Taurus, the eye, that red eye. The red eye of Taurus, when the bull's eyes fill with blood, and he can either stomp, finish something, somewhere. That's why I'm saying all this now. Stomp and finish. Get out of something, yes. Finish the work. So, that's it. I've finished. Or, on the contrary, now I need to quickly finish it. Finish everything so that it's all ready for victory, for a breakthrough. That's why for me this is, and here, the bullseye can fill up. This red Aldebaran, yes. The ram. He can stand like a ram. This bull, yes. Just like Aries can stand. Yes. And say, I'll just run quickly across this plowed field now. Yes. And I'll harvest all this crop. Or on the contrary, I'll mow it now, and my eye is already red, and I'll just go on vacation. Yes. Right here. What kind of garden is this? Where you will be like a beautiful butterfly, like the transformation card butterfly. It always shows transformation in society. That is, a butterfly goes through several stages. That is, an egg. And here we also have an egg that you've already tried playing with. And here too, a child, like an egg, symbolizes a new beginning. You've already discussed the news with someone, thought something through, shared something with someone. Egg. Then the caterpillar, which is with these earthly things. It's there, either health or money. It's thinking about everything. Then it comes up with something and turns into a chrysalis, and then you have a butterfly. Yes, it's interesting. Yes. And you are moving towards victory. Will you discuss the upcoming victory? And why else? I say, it often symbolizes Archangel Michael. Well, it's a rather militant card. Many people in the constellation of Scorpio, where Antares is, the star, yes, the heart of Scorpio. It's also called Scorpio. He can be reborn even without non-existence, just like that. Well, for example, if someone gets sick, they can heal from anything. Or, for example, if you are completely burned out at work, you can be reborn. Well, finally, allow yourself to rest. Maybe someone, yes, who has guilt about something, which has already burned you out completely. Or revive some activity, some work. Because this reward for hard work, this plowing, is also some kind of karmic thing. To reap a harvest that's valuable to you, to achieve some goal. In general, that's how I would put it. That's how I see it myself. Because, this Antares, he makes decisions. He's very determined. A real warrior. He is. Look, even this week someone will acknowledge you, acknowledge you, or, well, let's say, they say, you have the right, yes, they'll give you some papers, documents. Well, recognition from relatives, friends, I don't know from whom, yes, from someone. Somewhere you can get recognition. You recognize yourself. Yes. If it's that inner child who is always doubting themselves, then you recognize yourself. You can do something. Yes. And this is exactly the heart of Scorpio. It's a water sign. It feels deeply. All of us have Scorpio in our natal chart. And every time the moon passes through it, or the sun, or some personal planets, we start to feel the same way or see the world in a similar way. And it's very emotional. This is that red, huge Antares star. Yes, it's bigger than the sun, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, yes, it's bigger than the sun. Can you imagine how powerful it feels? Yes, like this red planet, star, and how it burns there. And so, when a person tells themselves, I can finally do something, yes, or do something for their loved ones, for their goal, for some value, yes, for the core, for something. Am I true to myself or not? Yes. Well, something like that. Is the person true to me or not? Yes. Maybe someone will protect someone, protect their home. Here's a girl. Yes. Standing here. Protecting her home. Protecting her loved ones. Protecting herself. In general, he becomes well known anyway. It's not for nothing read about Antares. Yes. When those positive energies light up, and there are a lot of negative emotional energies there too. Well, just like, by the way, just like with the Lillians. See, I just mentioned it, and actually, this axis was activated by Lilith. Subtitles. I was just talking about Lilith. It just came to my mind in the flow. But actually, this axis was activated by Lilith. She just now, since the 15th if I'm not mistaken, since March. I just didn't want to scare anyone. She went there, and she was developing it. And on the 24th, and you have the 24th. Subtitles. You will keep some past matters under control, the ones you got stuck in, and some of your thoughts. Here is the goal. The goal. I see the goal. I don't see any obstacles. That's it. Yes. Look, that's it. On the 24th, you have this. It was building up until the 24th, and from the 24th, the axis of catastrophes will start to subside. But the catastrophe that you might face, you will be proud of yourself, and the people around you will be proud of you. You might earn something there, change something, or feel envious. Finally allow yourself to do something, yes. To actually do it, well, there you go. That is, the heart of a Scorpio can rise from the ashes, be reborn, save someone. I don't know. Yes, in general, it's an interesting energy, just like Lilith's. Why is it, damn, that these stars, or points, look, the moon, the triple goddess, and, well, the female planet, why are women the ones who get criticized the most? Forgive me for my English, but yes, it's always the woman who's to blame for something. Like she gave Adam that apple. It's not the devil, who tempts us all, that's to blame. But Eve is to blame. Or, the first wife, yes. And in a woman, she is seen as threefold. They see her as Lilith, as a temptress, forgive me, as a seductress. So, wear your veil, you're tempting everyone. Stay at home so no one sees you. I'll control you. That's how it is. Yes, men do that too. Or as a mother, like Celine. A guardian angel. She is the perfect mother, as seen in women. Yes. So maybe these three energies, absolutely the same. And this Lilith too. Yes. So it turns out we always turn to the moon goddess. She is a triple goddess. Yes, all the time. She escorts to hell. But she escorts to hell so that people can meet their feelings there, the hellish feelings that tempt us. I just wanted to say about this, yes, that in Scorpio, right in its heart, probably this fire energy is gathered, just like in the moon, this opposite energy, but it can't always cause harm. Why is it called the axis of catastrophe? The axis can sometimes gather courage and decide something, right? And merge, rise up, make an agreement with someone, redo all the work, by the way. Well, in small ways. If you redo all the work, maybe you can finally decide something. Stop putting it off.